get right on the way then. So I've already taken the sneak peek at the start, and well, I can't really say a lot about this.
Oh, I'm just too.
You are just it's pretty much down to earth what you need to do. Like, you could say this touch is heavy because look at all the boosts you're using just to reach it, but in the end it draws him out. But you are, yeah, you can see that you're left with only this option if you want to shoot.
Yeah.
So you want to give yourself a bit more options and try to have a more controlled touch on those. Yeah. That's really everything you can do.
I don't really remember what happens in this game, so I could do some things absolutely terrible.
Like here, you might not notice, but what I'm instantly looking at is obviously that's the wrong one. Here you go. You have this guy over here.
Yeah.
He's facing towards the wall. The wall's coming towards this side. Why are you jumping here?
That is, I don't know. I think
because
I've got it. Like, you need to be speedy to this.
Well, yeah, you being speedy is fine, but the misconception about players being speedy is very easy to see in this situation right here. If we go back to it from a different angle, look at when you jump now.
Yeah.
Look how far away from the ball you are.
That is true.
That means that if you look at your boost trail now, this is all boost that you're just wasting.
Yeah.
You can go closer to it and then start jumping up to it, because at that point you will save yourself that boost.
Would I be
here you would have beat him to the ball, and you would have had probably 50, maybe 60 if you're good at conserving your boost.
Yeah.
So that's another 30 boost to just use your, well, to do anything with, really. Right here, like the demo rotation. Yeah, good patience as well. This, you should have definitely challenged. Like, if you look at it from this POV, Stan should be rotating out. Like, you can see he's dipping out.
That's why I went for the ball.
Yeah, but you're also hesitating.
Yeah.
Look at this. You're like questioning where the ball will come out. This is a classic play where you just don't really know what's going on. The ball's bouncing out like this. You're facing towards here. You want to get more comfortable on these and start knowing where the ball's going to be earlier.
Yeah.
Instead here, you do end up taking this slightly offline. That gives your opponent more time. He also chose the wrong line though.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, good back post. Good touch. Your touches have been really good so far.
I was going to say, wait for Walsh to come straight behind me.
Yeah, no, he's here, 8 boost. What you can do is you can leave it depending on situations, obviously, and go for the bump.
Yeah.
But it's a 2v1 situation, especially if Walsh is actually behind you. So he should go for the demo here.
Yeah.
Instead of this, especially if it's just gonna miss.
I didn't know he was coming.
Nah, it's poor. Should never. Oh, that is also poor.
Yeah.
You've done pretty much everything correctly, but you've flipped the wrong way.
Yeah.
Completely. Nearly on-goaled it. Good third man. Not a lot you can do in that situation after the missed touch. Just end up doing the correct.
Yeah.
See. What?
I know my Discord just wasn't working for a second.
Alright, we'll go back from this point. So you get the boost off.
Do I go too
I
far?
like it.
Where is that?
The problem is when deciding if you're too high or too low, you gotta think, what what's gonna realistically happen in this play. Stan here has gone up for the shot. If he gets the shot off, it's a goal and scores, but it could be saved, and if the save happens, it's going to be cleared.
Yeah.
So at that point, you have Walsh in the nearby area here.
Yeah.
And what that basically allows him to do is just stay here. So you with the 100 boost here, you can basically see that this ball is going to the right from this point. You have this guy here, and this guy here. That's all on the left side. All of them would be facing this natural side based on where Stan's going. Because of that, you can basically just chill here.
Okay. Right.
Because you've got 100 boost. What are you realistically getting by going back at this point?
I think it's more of an assurance that someone's back in case of a big clear.
Yeah. Because what should have happened now is Walsh should have been a lot more comfortable on this. He should not have pushed up as early as he did.
Yeah.
Same reason. He knows what's going to happen. Stan has the shot. So he should wait out for the clear. Here you can see now you don't know where the ball is going.
Yeah.
And he's kind of positioned himself for quite literally, if the opponent gets the worst possible touch, he's there. That's what he's covering right now. So he's not doing a lot. Instead, in these positions, if you end up taking what he had initially, this position, suddenly this read becomes very easy.
Yeah.
Then you have a backboard, or potentially if you, as we spoke about, end up going here, you can do this touch, but it's going to be a very difficult touch for anyone to make.
Right, okay, I get you.
Here, you've got plenty of time. Yeah, that's not it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have the option of doing so much.
This is one thing I've realized. I need to work on like creating something rather than just hitting the ball. And not in a just solo plays in general, really.
Yeah, right now, if you're not too comfortable on going onto the wall with this, like, you are building a lot of speed, so it's going to be a bit more awkward for you.
Yeah.
But instead, what you are doing is you're approaching the ball in one of the better ways to do a very quick play. If you like hitting the ball, then this is fine. You've done the right thing by hitting the wall, but don't jump when you hit the ball, and then just carry on to where you want to hit it. Redirect the ball from the wall where you want to do it. Assuming you saw anything from the Major yesterday, you would have seen this been used.
Yeah.
Plenty.
I remember the comms that were being used in this as well. And,
yeah.
I know we can't blame comms, but Walsh had said he was mid, which is why I left.
He's pre-jumped. Look at he's.
Yeah. I didn't see
like.
that before, but yeah, he has pre-jumped.
Yeah, he's just there. I mean, it's good that you have trust in it, but if you want to do the right place, you had so much more space, and it's very difficult to get the ball over to that side.
Yeah.
And even if you want another option for a mid pass, again, take it a bit slower, get the ball up to the wall, and you beat this guy. So that touch is decent from him. You just didn't need to go there. You've got 47 boosts. You can use a bit of it to force him to do something. Here, you just carry on using your boost. Now should be when you should stopped. The ball's going towards him. He's facing towards the play. And you jump. Now you're out of the play. And you don't challenge them to do anything.
Yeah, I feel like I've got this thing of where I need to try and block those sorts of balls. But in my head, that's how it works anyway. Obviously, I know it's not right.
I mean, all you need to do is force the ball, because here you could have been disrupting the play if you were in a better situation after this. So say from this position, you turn around, and the play develops just as it did before. This ends up being a hit here. You would have turned back into this, and you could have disrupted this guy in his rotation, because he's going here. then you can make it awkward for him.
Right, okay.
You never need to go for these unless you're sure that you have a dunk. Also here, I like to see you use this boost while you're in their corner. You might as well get some offensive demos on the rotation.
Yeah.
Disrupt them, because now you've just said, hey, go, here's all the space. You're just waiting for something to happen instead of making something happen yourself. Missed the mid boost. Fine. Decent touch up. Nearly. You just didn't flip.
Yeah, I knew I wanted to get it down into mid, but I just didn't.
Yeah.
Just didn't.
You did everything you needed to do to get the ball into mid and just forgot to flip.
Yeah.
Here's the good cut in. You do something with your space. It's a lot better already. It's close. It's close. So here, this is your ball.
Yeah.
But if we go into a slow POV here, look at your contact now.
Yeah. I'm hitting like
It's
underneath the ball.
yeah. So it's very close, as said when I originally saw it. You can see the contact is up here
Yeah.
because of the hitbox. You want to generate the most power, obviously here is the big zone, and then you have the sides of each front.
So just tilt it a bit more backwards.
Or you can use all of this space you have, this lovely space, and take more time.
Yeah.
There's no one that's going to be challenging you for ages. These guys quite literally have to wait until you make a play.
Yeah. I remember this wasn't meant to be a pass to Walsh.
Yeah, no, that I can see. If not, what can end up happening as well is because Walsh is this high up, he can go for a demo and then let you have all of this space and do a 1v1. That's also a good option. Either way, if you end up getting these mid passes, I want to see you go into mid here for the second pass in. There you go. Exactly.
It's too good. Just too good.
Because Walsh isn't going to be doing anything realistically in this situation unless it's a pinpoint pass and then a pinpoint shot. That's the only way this goes in.
Yeah.
Have you guys just gone for the same boost?
Well, so
Yeah.
We did. There's a reason for that. So, Walsh decided to call one go back left, one go back right. And then me and Sam both went back right. Usually I would cheat there.
I hope so.
But we called to one go back left, one go back right. And in my head, I'm to the right side, so it made more sense for me to go right.
Yeah. Oh, you got the ball, but yeah, I mean, fair play, making the game more fresh, but it's conceded out of it. It's not something I'd recommend to do unless you're feeling adventurous. Let's put it that way. Again, we can go into slow-mo if you want to bring in the humiliation of the fact that you were probably 15 Unreal units away from this.
Yeah.
There is only advantages to you taking this wider line. If you want to get better at making mechanical plays and doing solo plays, you don't want to attack the ball like this. Take this space you have, like here you can see your supersonic line is here. You might as well just keep going forwards in this way here and then have this wider line. Here you get a power clear, or you can even touch it mid. You can see a stance here. Boom. But with you pushing in like you're doing now, it makes you awkward even if you get the boost.
Yeah.
Look at this touch. Quite literally only hitting it forward. You don't have control. quite literally just decided to stop on. Try to keep your momentum when this is happening. I know it's very difficult, but doing a spin in net when you have this time right here is fine.
Like when you
Ultimately,
say spin, what do you mean?
just
like
drive into net like here. Just keep your momentum. Do something, because the ball is not going to be coming here in this side right now. So you might as well use some of that time. Or one more that's more common for defense is going up here, doing this.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. You'll just have to cut that out because got someone in my room trying to throw a cat outside the window.
No, no worries.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Right. So yeah, either way here, if this ball was to ever come mid, which based on the position, he is like, I don't know what he's doing. Could you have seen that then? That's gonna be the next thing.
Probably.
I mean,
of his name tag in like a second.
or you can use the lovely option of a right stick to actually check. I haven't seen you use that once yet.
I've used it a couple of times.
No. Maybe in your lifetime, not in this game. Good demo, there we go. Straight off. You rotate second man here. Teammate's going a bit far back. This wasn't bad. You could have done a lot more with this touch.
Yeah.
Here, I don't know why you're air rolling like that to the side.
I could not tell you.
Because now what you end up doing, here you can see now you were air rolling a bit to the side. That's putting you off later on. Here, this is fine. But now you can see that little air roll you did to the side now.
Yeah.
It's forcing the ball all the way over there. And here you're air rolling down, so you're not even going towards the ball at this point.
Yeah.
So you can see it's just a lot of struggle for you. So I'd say just try to get more familiar with the air roll, how it works, and just try to be a bit more controlled about it. Yeah. You don't always need to air roll as well.
I think that's another problem that I have, that I feel the need to air roll when there is no need.
I mean, you're quite literally facing towards the ball at this point.
Yeah.
This is straightforward. You only need to apply an air roll at the very end of this touch to set yourself up a bit more.
Yeah.
So you've just ended up not doing as much.
And we missed the boost again.
Yep, and that's giving your opponent a free 100 boost, and we will see him use that probably. He would have gotten that anyways.
See, I used the right stick there. It was good.
Yes. You did it's improvement. Because here you end up checking, right, I've got someone behind me, and as you can see, you leave him that space, he ends up missing completely as per. And here you go. You know what? It works. Not pretty.
I expected someone to be there. I think I'd expected. You know what? No, I'm lying. I didn't. I don't know what I was doing after this touch.
No, there's a lot of clunkiness to it. So here, this touch, that's fine. You're forced. Here, I don't know what you're waiting for. This ball is past you if it hits it anyways. Go for the demo here. And if you ended up going for the demo or was a bit more aggressive here, this ball is yours.
Yeah.
That's past them. Here, you look for a rotation now on the demo. Nothing. That's not on you at all. Here's the disadvantage of the fact that both your teammates are actually rotating on ball side. Stan ends up quite literally flipping
into the ball.
Yeah. That's not giving your team an advantage at all. So good wide rotation in. Good patience, but you arguably should have had that.
Yeah.
Here you've ended up coming in. This is fine. Here, this is all the time you have. Are you comfortable on this?
Yeah, I should be. I don't know why I didn't go for it, to be honest.
No, because hey, you've left Walsh to go for it, and he's just hit it center to the exact same position, basically, and now Stan's double committed because of that as well.
Yeah.
Are you joking?
I ran over that boost. You can just, I'm guessing it's a replay
Alright.
thing, but you can just see my wheels go over the boost.
I do hope it's a replay bug.
Because look, you see my wheels go over it.
Alright. You're accepted for this time. Replay bug is one thing that arguably should have fixed for a long time, but oh well. Here, I love the aggression on the boost pad. Here, you're already up here. You've got momentum towards this boost. This is fine. And then you don't continue it. You could have bumped him now.
Yeah.
It could have been a free nap. You had every reason and right to do this. Being the mid option is fine. If they have a third man, then yeah, passing it away from their second man and then shooting past their third man, good play. But here is a 3v1 after this demo. Now you're just waiting there, doing nothing. And if you want a better look onto it, if we go to Stan's POV, it's got 0 boost, so that's already not good. It's just there, he can't do anything. So it's about continuing that aggression. That's where you can consider speed to be a good thing.
Yeah. I feel like that's something else as well. Like I've made the forethought to go for that boost, but then not thought even further on what else could be done after.
Yeah. That's something which you definitely can look into as well here. Find out, you drive into middle here. I don't know what you're achieving by going here. You're kind of just driving at this point to nowhere. Because staying to the left here for the pass, that was fine. But at this point, use the space. There's something called coverage for every player. Right now, in a way, yeah. So basically, the better a player, the more you can cover. So say you can probably cover this area comfortably.
Yeah.
Stan can cover this area. That's being rude to him. There you go. Rough rings. And Walsh, since it's in the air, he doesn't have a lot of the side area. Either way, you currently driving into here overlaps with Stan, and Walsh's touch onto the ball would probably go into here where you were originally covering but driving away from, because this was where you were previously. Say you don't need to drive in because it just makes you more awkward. Say this touch comes to the left now.
There's not really much chance of me getting it.
Exactly. And now it comes left, and now you have to turn back just to be there.
Yeah.
And, well, you do give it straight back to him, but also the fact that you just face planted into the wall and stood there. Goes into a bump, you know, fair play.
It was all pre-planned.
All pre-planned. Oh. Good touch. Was a bit sloppy, but you got there in the end. You should just get this into your head that this is your ball here.
Yeah. I think I'd hesitate a bit because I saw Stan boosting towards the ball.
Yeah, he should just rotate back at this point. So here it's the same situation with you going for the ball on the wall on the right side. Originally, Stan went back, so he's seen that you've gone back, pushed up here. So I'm guessing that he's just completely run off. Yeah, he's just not committed to it. And because he's not done anything, you just have to assume that you need to go for it.
Right.
Because this is his ball. Until it isn't. He's just left it completely in. So that should never...
Just completely go for that ball in that situation.
Technically not, but since Stan's not going, you are too pushed up to the point where you need to. You kind of force because Stan doesn't do anything.
Right, okay.
Here, you did have coverage of this. This here, it's not ideal based on the fact that both your teammates are up here chasing this ball, but you were technically in the right place.
Yeah.
So here we have a box, a nice box. My coach calls it the Brazil box due to the fact that it kind of resembles a Brazilian flag. Either way, very dangerous. Do not let anyone get the ball here. It's probably a goal. And that's what you were covering at a certain point. Here, you can see it. If this ball comes out, it's pretty safe. You can also stay here with your nose facing towards her.
Yeah.
Then you have all of this vision. You can see everyone. And then you have this easy clear. And you cover this box. Instead, you've just passively given the ball away and forced Stan to go. This should have been a free touch and a counter attack.
Yeah.
And as soon as you left this, you can see that your opponent here, he thought you were going to go for it. This guy thought he backed off. He thought you were going to take it because it was your ball. And because of this, he technically made a mistake, but you also made a bigger mistake because you could have actually had an attack. It was just rushed in completely unnecessarily. Here, mid pass. Lovely. You have good vision of that. You're able to use your space in some occasions to find your teammate. And most of the time, you end up hitting a pretty accurate pass.
I feel like my space of where I am is what he's working on and what I'm covering.
I very much think... I think it's a bit of that. I think it's confidence, rather. Here again, you do a really good touch up to him, to be fair. So you don't need to work on that. It's more... Be more confident in your reads, like go for things a bit earlier and try to make a decision so you don't hesitate. Hesitation is one of the biggest things that keep good players from becoming better. So here you've gone for a decision and it's, well, 4-2, so I'm assuming you're just banking it off, trying to get a pass in. So you rushed it a bit, but at the end of the day, you made a decision, got a touch off, and now they can't do anything with the ball.
Yeah.
Gives your teammates time. So that one is huge, along with the fact that you need to pick up the pads. Don't want to be having any stranglers as you saw previously.
Yeah.
And then the last thing, get some demos in. Be a bit more confident in your team. It seems like you're always like, all right, I need someone back. Always. I need to be super deep. But when you do that, that's how people get out of pressure.
Yeah.
Because they have space. Be as offensive as you possibly can, but obviously don't overcommit. That's going to be a learning thing.
Yeah, the thing is, it does depend on who I play with. Like, for example, when I play with like Timo and Renzo, my demos are just, I'm getting like 5-6 demos a game. Because I'm more confident in them to not be constantly up, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whereas like when I play with like Stan, I know how he plays. I know he likes to be close to the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to push too far and go for those demos.
If he wants to be close to the ball, all I'm saying is, if I want to be close to the ball, I'd love seeing a 1v1 instead of a 2v1.
Yeah.
Like, you can only do so much. Help out your teammates. Doesn't matter who it is. You gotta play your game and do what's best for the team overall.
Yeah.
And if your teammates are naturally taking a more defensive position, then that's fine. Because overall, even at the highest level, you won't see the very same player do the same things for the same team.
Yeah.
It does rotate depending on who's feeling the more confident, especially in the more mechanical teams. But overall, they do have some roles. And you need to find that role for yourself. I think that's where the offensive demos, your passing, your vision, that comes into play.
Yeah.
You can use that, take people's boost, and make it easier for your teammates.
Yeah, I think that's something I need to like work on though. I don't know how to work on that in a way.
It's quite literally just carry on doing what you need to do, especially for trying to not hesitate. Just make decisions quickly. Try to be aggressive, and at one point you figure out what to look at and when to know if you can go for this extra demo or get this corner pad. That's gonna be game sense. You need to look at where your teammates are, and that's why I'm telling you to use your vision,
Yeah.
because the vision will allow you to do more of those passes, which you do really well, and it'll just help you be in the right spots more often.